In this video, we'll cover what open badges are and how they are used in the Greater Than Learning platform. We'll highlight some of the future iterations we have lined up and how open badges, as digital credentials in the broader ecosystem, can contribute to positive impact on the world around us. This lesson is focused on helping you get a basic understanding of what open badges as digital credentials are and what they are used for in this platform. We'll then begin exploring how these digital credentials can evolve to support as many people and organizations as possible to close the ethical intent to action gap. Open badges are verifiable digital awards issued to individuals for things like learning or displaying skills or knowledge, successful undertaking of a specific task or activity, and they can also be issued for belonging to a distinct group or sharing a common interest. They are free to use and can be issued, earned, and displayed across a range of different systems, such as learning platforms like this one, in CVs, professional portfolios, or in resumes as part of job applications. They can also be displayed in dedicated badging applications like credential, or on social networks like LinkedIn. When an individual displays one of their badges, the metadata can be viewed and verified simply by clicking on the badge or a button. They are used by thousands of organizations like formal education institutions such as universities, by industry associations, guilds, and conference and event organizers. So within the Greater Than Learning platform, they are issued for things like completing an assigned quest, finishing a course, being involved in a community challenge, or ultimately progressing towards mastery of a specific area. In this situation, they are connected and have a distinct hierarchy. Here's an example. At the end of this course, you'll engage in a final quest. You'll get a badge that represents quest completion, as shown here. You'll also get a badge that represents successful course completion. These badges, along with ones issued for courses within the core streams of the platform, and even the broader ecosystem, contribute to a mastery badge for trustworthiness by design. As a community member, you'll be able to add these digital credentials to your CV, portfolio, or incorporate into your personal and professional development pathway. Plus, have any party verify what they were issued for and when. Now we'll cover some future iterations. We've got some baseline functionality now and have plans to take this further. First is broadening the utility badges issued via the Greater Than Learning platform have within the broader ecosystem. Credential Acclaim, a partner that we'll be working with, has connections to tens of thousands of other badge issuers. So connecting to other learning ecosystems can augment what you learn via this platform, enhancing and building on the skills and knowledge you might be gaining at work, through other learning platforms, or even through formal education institutions. Second is to bring higher levels of assurance to the credentials you get issued. This might be done by having the record of issuance stored on something like a blockchain. This record of issuance against a timestamp gives a higher level of assurance. Data is tamper-proof and the durability is guaranteed, regardless of the issuer or the platform on which they were issued. 3 is the focus on portability and interoperability. We'll always be focusing on standards-compliant issuance of credentials and be working with organizations like the IEEE with their Interoperable Learner Records Working Group. And what is very aligned to our mission is the focus on data sovereignty and your agency as a human and netizen, bringing the ability to store all your credentials and all of your data for that matter in technology that you control. So we'll be working through these iterations with you as a community member. Let's now look at broader ecosystem considerations and the knowledge and skills gaps that are relevant here. At the core of any ecosystem is a learning engine that enhances value for all stakeholders. What is currently clear is that organizations need to adapt to a fast-changing world where trustworthiness is ever more important. For these organizations, enhancing the qualities of trustworthiness and working on capability uplift through distinct training and development programs will be top of mind. Ecosystem-wide skills and knowledge can be built and be verifiable through collaborations with regulators, companies as employers, industry groups and associations, foundations, and other credentials issuers. The skills and knowledge gaps can be closed. Gaps in fields like applied ethics, leadership and management, legal and governance, organizational design, service design, product design and UX, and within technical and engineering fields. Silos of learning and data monopolies are something we fundamentally believe needs to change. Across the world, there are many different organizations with stated intent to catalyze ethical change. Global bodies, regulators, technology companies, education institutions, investors, industry groups, foundations and associations, and many, many more. Together, we can begin closing this knowledge and skills gap. And ecosystem-wide credentials are a crucial piece of this puzzle. By working together to evolve this system and that of digital credentials, we can benefit the community and help decision makers across the ecosystem to step up and follow through on their intent. With lots of tiny steps, we can support as many people and organizations as possible in closing the ethical intent to action gap.